welcome back to the show here. You know what it is. It's Tank Talk. Tank speaking into a microphone and, well, Flinch, you worked hard in the gym this week, didn't you? You're looking a little different, man.
I worked hard this week. I put a little steroids on there and I got up here.
All right, let's take it easy. For everybody listening at home, this is definitely not Flinch. It's an old friend of mine, Dylan, stopping in the studio here to merge.
Gotta say, very nice place. Very nice place. Congrats to Meranto on his retirement.
Hey, how about
well
it?
Deserved.
19 years.
Woo!
Thanks for
Started
everything.
a program, made it run, keeping it kicking.
Now look where we're at.
Yeah. It's an honor to be here.
19 years is a long time.
Yeah. Golly.
Speaking of 19 years plus, we're going to hop right to it, man. So, Tom Brady, what's this about? So, they're in the off season. He retires, whatever. We thought this was going to be the end. Well, it was an early forced retirement off of Schefter's reporting, right?
Right.
So we find out that Tom Brady's dad was, or Tom Sr., they call him. Well, this isn't necessarily true, Mr. Adam Schefter. So the word comes back around. Tom Brady decides he wants to come back, give it another run, which, I mean, Schefter probably – what's the word I'm looking for? Motivated him to do so. He wanted to go out on his own terms rather than Schefter breaking the news and whatnot. So then there's some chatter about Tom Brady and Sean Payton heading over to Miami, running the show there. Yeah. Turns out didn't work out. Brady's back with the Bucs. Here we are. OTAs are kicking off. So, with that being said, this is year what? 2022, 23?
Something like that. Dude's
like 45, whatever. We've seen in the past quarterbacks coming back with like Brett Favre, Peyton. They start slowing down. What do you think this year's going to look like for old Tom?
You know what, man? I didn't think he should retire in the first place. Even, when Schefter reported the false rumor before it was even out. He should have let Tom Brady do his thing if he wanted to retire. I know the sports media wants to be the first one to report shit.
It's not even just sport.
Come on, man. This dude is the greatest quarterback, greatest NFL player of all time. You have to let him go out on his own terms.
Sure.
If he wants to put out a video on Instagram, with his highlights and saying, I'm done, this is it.
Which, by the way, top-tier videos he puts out.
Yeah, oh my God, dude. He's a master on social media for being 45.
Now he's getting in the TikTok game.
Dude, the best videos are him and Gronk in the playoffs. Put the Bad Boys theme song. We're back. No. We ain't going. No, but anyways, I honestly thought I thought Tom Brady, man, that playoff game they had was just, they had a chance. They had a chance to win it. They had a chance to do a comeback, an old school Tom Brady down by 21. The NFL's fixed. What comeback? On the Rams.
Just slip that in there. All right.
Hey, listen, man, if Tom Brady would have made that comeback, there would have been a lot of questions.
Shit.
But I don't think he should have even contemplated retirement. I know he's old and he wants to enjoy his family, but dude, if you're 45, you're still leading the league in throwing yards and up there in touchdowns. Why go now? Right,
and especially the team he's got built around him. The Buccaneers, I mean, they brought their vets in. He built the team where he helped contribute to that. But it's like even those young guys, man.
Oh, yeah.
You got Antoine Winfield. Dogs. Antoine Winfield Jr., Devin White.
Who?
Godwin.
Who?
The list goes on, right?
Dude, I agree. And then the whole Miami talk, that was just wild to me, too.
Man.
I don't even know if I would have wanted to see that. Not because Miami's in the Bills division, but
sure.
Why? You got a good-ass team over in Tampa. A good-ass team. Miami's good, too, but they're not on Tampa level. Like, they're not ready for a Super Bowl.
Sure.
Even right now with Tyreek Hill, they're not ready if they brought Tom Brady in. Get rid of Tua. If they had Tom Brady, I don't think they'd still be in contention for the Super Bowl.
I'll tell you what. Once you bring a guy like that into the building, it really changes the atmosphere there.
Very true.
I mean, you literally – in Tampa Bay, you go from 30 for 30 Jameis Winston the year before to winning the damn Super Bowl, man.
True. You got a point.
You kidding?
You got a point. But, the argument I'd say is that in Tampa, you already have those people that have been there. They know what it's like. Like, they have championship mentality.
Yeah.
They definitely want another one. Miami's never seen that.
It's been a
Because
long,
they were paying
long
people to
time.
lose.
Long time.
They were paying coaches to lose, so they didn't even want to win. So,
Speaking of which, like, that story kind of just, like, dissolved, didn't it?
yeah, bro, that one went.
Like, what's going on with that Flores lawsuit, you know?
Dude, I have no idea. No idea what's going on with that. They kind of just brushed that under the rug. But then we got to talk about the same thing with Dan Snyder out there in Washington.
Are you kidding?
Dude,
What is
happened?
going
He was
on?
lying to everybody, running 2 payroll books, and now there's nothing. He's still got his team. They're getting a new damn stadium. What? The NFL's paying for some of the stadium?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So you got those two right there. We also got the John Gruden trials happening.
Bro.
And now that brings us to our next topic, which is
God.
it seems like it gets worse by the week, man.
Dude.
Well, the Cleveland Browns. Okay, so they had a pretty decent past, like what, two or 3 years or whatever.
Yeah.
They're back to the Cleveland Browns like we knew them, man.
Bro, I just don't, from my personal opinion, I don't know why they would have committed to Deshaun Watson before this all
Sure.
like was done, you know? Like 23, 24, 25 women accusing him. That's a lot.
That's not a good look. Yeah.
That's a lot of women. So, I mean, you know, innocent until proven guilty, but I did see a report that he had set up appointments with 66 different massage
66 of-
therapists.
And
Women, all of them.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, now the Texans are involved
Yeah.
with the last woman I got her massage.
What, because they tried to
therapist.
brush it on the rug too, right?
See, this thing is insane because
Yeah.
now they're saying that they knew of him booking the hotel rooms and what they were paying for their covering the costs, and it's just a wild situation, dude.
So they were paying him to be a dirtbag, huh?
Yeah, basically,
Oh,
and then
golly.
I don't know if you know what, in the contract we're just gonna cover your hotel rooms. We're gonna make you feel good once you get on this field, man, like you never felt before. Another way of saying it, I guess. But
You're wild. You're wild.
well, speaking of wild,
Jesus Christ.
his lawyer, dude. You
my
hear the
God.
shit he said the other
No,
day?
what'd he say?
So I forget what podcast he was on, or a radio show or something. This dude, he goes on to say, this is his lawyer, mind you.
Right.
Well, you see the thing with these massages, things happen in the end.
I did
The
see
last
that.
time I
did see
checked, happy ending isn't against the law.
Oh my God! So he's basically saying he's fucking he's not innocent. He's basically saying that he did.
That's his
so
lawyer.
dude, this dude's NFL career is done. Done. You can stick a fucking fork in it. He's not coming back. No way. I'm gonna say it right now, right here. Quote it.
All right.
He's done for the rest of his life. If Ray Rice gets kicked out of the league, I mean, granted, what he do? Oh my God! But
We seen it.
this dude, 25 now, right? It's at 25.
Something like
Yeah,
that. Man.
20,
Our
23,
age,
24,
dude, our
anyway,
age.
anything, double digits of sexual assault, your career is done. Your career is done. You should not be allowed back in the NFL. How the hell is this dude going to be allowed to make $230 million guaranteed after sexually assaulting up to 25 women? Answer me that.
I wish I did have an
Yeah,
answer for
pal,
you.
answer me that one right there.
Well,
Jesus
and
Christ.
you say double digits. Bro, we're not even talking like 10, 11.
You're talking double
You're
that.
closer to we're damn near 70 people individuals.
You're saying you're saying a lot more than double digits. It's insane.
And then now we're trying to bring women up in sports, right? The league is putting like marketing and everything. How are you going to have this out and let this dude come into the building, practice with the team, and maybe
how
see
are they
the
gonna
field?
feel? How are they going to feel? Those women in the Cleveland office. How are they going to feel with this dude in the room?
Right, and I believe I don't know. I know Tampa definitely has a female coach on staff. Cleveland might have just hired one this season.
They might. I'm sure
You
they
know?
got some in the office, and I'm sure there's probably their physical therapist might be a female, and she's going to have to deal with them. You think she's going to feel comfortable with that?
Right, and I'll say this. My fiance Nadia, shout out to you.
Woo! Shout out.
So she's been basically what you just said. She's mentioned in the past, like right in the beginning when all this happened. And last night she's telling me, "Are you like talk about like what's going on at Wassa?" I was like, we might talk about it, whatever. She's like, make sure you fucking give me credit for saying this. Everything that I said in the beginning, I was right this whole time. Like, all right, you got it, okay?
Shout out.
Yeah.
Hey, your credit's due where it's due. Good
so, job. But yeah, guaranteed money, over $200 million.
$230 million.
So let's say he gets suspended the season, right? No, longer than whatever. Gets a suspension where he can't come back and play for however period of time. What do they? Does he still get that money? Do they? How does that work?
I honestly think that there was a clause in it with this in mind that he would just get $1 million, like that. That's what I think I read, is that he would get $1 million if this got any further and he wasn't able to play. So the Cleveland or Browns didn't screw themselves. I mean, they already screwed themselves, but even worse, like they didn't have to give $230 million. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't got $230 million, but I would not be giving it to somebody with 20 plus sexual assault cases.
Right.
No, dude, oh my God, that whole thing just blows my mind. And you know what? I'm sure we're going to talk about it, but Baker, not a bad quarterback.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's sitting back just like this. Feet on, hey.
Pay me.
Go ahead, hey. Sign my paycheck.
Hey, you didn't want to.
I'm not going to do nothing. I've been wanting to get out of here. You guys kind of wanted to push me out. Now look where you're at.
Yep. He's going to sit down. He's going to come into the office of the owner. He's going to sit back, feet up, like you said. He's going to be like, you don't want to fucking pay me, huh?
How about it?
How about that? 23, 24 women said otherwise. Give me that money. And
you want to know how many women said this about me?
0.
None.
You know how many Progressive commercials I've done? 23.
Same amount of cases Deshaun has.
Exactly. And then he's going to get paid, and he's going to say, oh, wait, but I'm going to be out for this whole first season because I need the shoulder surgery. You don't mind, do you? Uh-huh. And then the Cleveland Browns. But they got Brissett in the back.
Brissett, yeah, he'll win you games.
So they'll be all right. They're definitely not making the playoffs for Brissett, but they'll be all right. They'll win probably 6-7.
But, man, it's so crazy because they really do have a good roster on paper.
Oh, they have a great roster.
You got Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt in the backfield. They
got no wide receivers, though. No wide receivers. Jarvis Landry's gone.
Cooper, dude? He
forgot about that.
Yeah, he forgot about it. Yeah, it's been a wild offseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy, that one just blew my mind. I totally forgot about that one.
But, I mean, yeah.
But he's getting older, and he's, if you're the only guy, who else they got? They got
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Yeah, come on. Who?
For the people.
Yeah, for the people, but he ain't catching no passes for the people. That's who you got as your number 2. You're screwed. Nick Chubb's going to be carrying the ball 60 times a game.
Well, plus they let Austin Hooper walk out too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But they did re-sign David Njoku. That's
huge. But he hasn't. I mean, he hasn't done what he's projected to do. Like, he's supposed to be a monster, and he hasn't done the numbers that he's supposed to do. Like, you should see him top 5 tight ends, and he's not. He's not.
Well, a lot of that you got to think with the offensive schemes and everything too, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You can't really put all that on him. And I know he's been somewhat injury prone,
right,
during his short career so far. But yeah, Cleveland's gonna be Cleveland.
But dude, you got Myles Garrett, one of the best defensive players in the league, on the other side of the ball, and his contract's winding down. So, like, if you're not winning,
is it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
What has he got? Probably 2 more years left?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I know he didn't sign an extension because you would have heard about that, a massive amount of money. Did you see Aaron Donald? 2 more years, $30 million.
Yeah, we talked about it in the last show. Yeah,
Oh,
so we were trying to figure the contract out. Originally, it was, I believe, like 2 to 3 years, $60 million. But then, literally, me and Flinch sat down. We're getting ready for the show. We're setting up. And then I get a notification that says 3 years, $90 million, $100 million. I'm like, can we figure this? Can you just report it, please?
That leads into the next thing you want to talk about, the damn salary cap, how it doesn't exist.
So, yeah, basically.
It don't exist. The NFL salary cap does not exist.
So I really do try to, watch videos of, former GMs and everything, trying to be beside the salary cap and explain it, but every other video I listened to, even on the Pat McAfee show, they had Andrew Brandt.
Yeah.
I believe his name. I could be wrong. Forgive me, Andrew. I mean,
sorry about it.
I doubt you're listening to this, but you got better things to
Maybe
do.
he checks in. I don't know.
Hey, if you do, shout out Andrew.
Just tag him in there. Tag him in. Get him in there.
Anywho, yeah, he was explaining the salary cap further, but at the end, he was just like, I forgot what terms he used, but he basically said it's a fugazi.
Yeah, it's a fugazi. It's literally just it's imaginary, just so the owners don't go broke.
Sure.
Because
and like we seen with the Taysom Hill contract, he signed I forget the numbers, but it was a lot of money for a player like Taysom Hill.
Dude, you think about it, like in reality, the amount of money. Okay, we'll use Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes as for instance, right? The top two quarterbacks, top two out of the top five, we'll say. Patrick Mahomes, $500 million contract. Josh Allen, what did he sign? He signed like a $300 million for $400 million for 10 years, whatever. So they're at $1 billion.
Which is that 10 years is real? Yeah. We don't know.
No, it's not. It's definitely not because you'll see in 8 years if they're not playing well. Hey, sorry, gotta go, pal. We got a new guy. But
which you hope not. You hope that don't happen.
I hope not. I hope there's a few Super Bowls in between it. But then Josh can ride off in the sunset like Fitz.
And then he's gonna be a Colt.
Hey, send him on over.
He's gonna be a Colt.
Over. They take all the garbage.
Hey, listen, I put it out. I put it out today. I said, hey, Bills. Let's say I work for the Colts. We'll send you a little trade here.
What are you trading?
We'll take Josh Allen.
Okay.
And we'll send you a couple St. Elmo steaks. How about it?
Listen, you can send the St. Elmo steaks, but you need to send Lucas Oil Field too.
You take Josh Allen. Go ahead.
We'll take that. Play I want Jonathan Taylor too.
All right, that's where we cut it.
No, what? You wouldn't give up Jonathan Taylor for Josh Allen?
That's our identity, man.
That might be your poll for Tank Talk. That might be your poll. That might be the Instagram poll of the day.
All right, that'll be for next
Jonathan
week.
Taylor for Josh Allen? Come on. You would do it in a heartbeat. You would do it in a heartbeat. Don't even look at me like that. That's my guy.
He's on my team. He's on my team right now. So
hey, listen. But Josh Allen in a dome.
In a dome. That is
in a dome with your offensive line.
That's why we want him.
With your offensive line. That defense, them dogs on the defensive side, Super Bowl.
Hey, top 5. Super Bowl. It's going to be top 5 in the league.
Super Bowl. God, I hope the Bills are good.
Well, I mean, it's going to be Super Bowl with Matty Ice, so it's
it's going to be a first round.
Anywho, back to
You're going to lose the clown.
Back to the back. Come on, take it easy.
Hey,
I'm still trying to recover from that.
Dude, listen, if we go back and talk about it.
No, I don't want to.
I know you don't, but I have to. Because
who says we have to?
Listen, let's talk. No, because this has been on my mind for a few months now, pal, so we got to talk about it.
It's been on my mind.
When we went to that goddamn Bills-Colts game and we didn't get to sit in a nice, comfy booth because you can't not wear your Colts jersey the goddamn game, and we had to sit in the freezing rain, and it's the fucking 42-10, and you're like, oh, let's stay for a little bit longer, and I'm like, dude, we gotta go, and you're like, no, it's okay, all my Colts boys are here, we're gonna fucking hang out after. So, yeah, after that, I didn't want the Colts to make the playoffs. I'll say because I root for you all the time. You're my best pal. I root for you all the time.
I appreciate it.
But with the
You're
Colts,
my best friend,
yes, let's talk.
Thank you.
Clap it in. But I didn't at that point after that game. I was like, fuck him, fuck Colts. I want to make the playoffs. And then when it came down to you guys losing like the last 2 games, I felt really bad. I did feel really bad because I didn't want you to make the playoffs, but I wanted you to make the playoffs because I wanted the Bills to get the revenge. But after you lost to Jacksonville, I felt really bad. I was texting you during that game. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I didn't think they were going to lose.
I probably didn't respond.
You didn't. I really didn't think they were going to lose. I'm like, bro, it's getting wild out there. And then they just kept whooping your ass. And I was like, oh, I should probably stop texting.
The worst part about it was, now that you brought me back there, the fans that were at that game literally had clown masks on in a protest against the management.
Yep, because they stink. They'll never be good. They will never be good. It don't matter. Trev Lawrence is a bum. He will be a bum. His career is going to be a bust.
Do you think who's the first? What was his name?
Trev Lawrence?
No, this year. I know they normally get the first pick often, so we get it confused.
The quarter? Wait, no,
linebacker.
No.
Dude. This show stinks.
We suck. Dude, we come in here just off the top of the brain. Goddamn. Listen, that's the best type of thing you can do. The
Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah, I don't remember.
All right, let's
his
stop
name.
making ourselves look like some fools.
Nah, dude, we just gotta think about it. Everybody goes
All right,
through
let's
these
figure
moments.
it
You gotta
out.
think through it.
All
That's
right.
why, because then I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna drive out to the drive-ins out on Transit Road, and then I'm gonna sit there and be like, you know what? That's his name, and then it's too late.
Well, we do have technology, right?
Yeah,
here,
you
so,
do.
I mean, we could utilize that. But you really don't think they'll ever be good?
I don't think they'll ever get the pieces together to be good, man. I don't, especially if you're playing Christian Kirk. $80 million to be your number one.
Which that broke the league right there.
Yeah, that's the reason why wide receivers are getting $30 million. I mean, well deserved because they're the best players on earth. But like, when you give him that type of money, it just shows that you're not looking to be good. You can't even find it, huh?
No, my phone's screwing up here.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Trayvon Walker. Dude, come
Walker.
on.
Gotcha. Okay. I think he'll be all right. I don't know.
Sorry, Trayvon.
I thought Aiden Hutchinson would be the number one guy. I thought he's the most ready.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah, he's a dog, man. He's been, and he's.
Well, I feel like he landed in a good spot, but going back to Michigan, that's where he grew up. That's where he went to college.
Right. He'll be good. He'll be good out there. Detroit. I think Detroit will have a. I'm gonna quote it now. I think Detroit's gonna have a pretty decent year this year.
I do too. 5 wins.
Yeah. Oh no, bro. I thought, dude. I'm going 7.
Seven.
I think they're gonna be in the number 2 in their division.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just gonna jump over Minnesota?
Dude, you can't trust Kirk Cousins.
I don't think they have that many prime time games this year, so they might be good.
Yeah, dude, he'll go for 500 yards one game, 5 touchdowns, and be like, oh my God, Kirk Cousins is here. And then the next game, 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown, 10 sacks. You know what I mean?
No.
It's just that's who he is. He's, great player, but he just can't, he's not consistent enough.
Which there was rumblings of him getting traded to Indianapolis. I mean, I'm glad
You
that
dodged a
happened.
bullet there. I think the best option you had was Matty
Matt
Ice,
Ryan,
and
yeah.
you got him,
Yep.
which was good. I would have liked you guys to get Mariota. I think he needs another look, and he's going to get it in Atlanta. But I think he would have been good with you guys with the way your offense plays pace.
Well, I was down to Matt Ryan, Mariota. I even threw Baker in there. I mean, to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Baker, you know what? You got to see how he comes back, dude. That's the hard part, especially with that injury, and he played through it, and you don't know what type of damage he could have did. He was kind of stupid for playing through it, but he's a dog, man. He's got that mentality. He's maybe, not the most talented player in the world, but he's a player.
yeah, well, like the only teams I really see working out for him is right now, at least, is Seattle and maybe Carolina. I don't know. Could you imagine that scenario? You have the number 1 overall pick or whatever year it was, Baker Mayfield, on the same team as the number 7 overall pick, Sam Darnold.
Bro, that'd be wild. Sam
I don't know.
Darnold,
It was
guy.
7 right or something.
Yeah,
like that.
he was up there. He
Yeah.
was up there, but he stinks.
Before Josh Allen too.
Yeah,
by the way, I
before
think,
Josh
right now.
Allen. Before Josh Allen.
That's a wild draft to look back on.
He's getting confident too. Josh Allen is becoming confident.
Well, sure, he's getting settled in, and
Yep, he's becoming the guy he should be. But I hope he doesn't let all this media and all the people saying he's supposed to be the MVP get to his head, because that's going to be where it gets trouble.
Now the spotlight's on him. I mean,
I told
we gotta
you,
see
bro.
what they could do now.
I told you the year that COVID was, when he had that breakthrough year where there was no fans, he was playing lights out. As soon as fans came back, he got that nervousness about him again. And it's like, he started to push through it at the end, after they went through that little win-lose streak, and he kind of felt more confident, I thought. But you have to have that dog the entire season. Like, he can't get nervous.
Right, we just can't keep seeing flashes.
Yeah.
And you needed it to show up at some point.
Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
He was lights out in the playoffs. Like when that Chiefs game was that 4th down
was
touchdown
unreal.
to Gabe Davis, can't say nothing about his confidence on that one. But like, just the way you look, I mean, when they shine in or they zoom in on his face, you could just see how nervous he is. He looks like he wants to cry, kind of. I'm like, come on, man.
Well, he did say
He throws up before every game.
I mean, he probably just let one rip,
Yeah, I don't blame him. I do not blame him.
So I mean, you mentioned the Jaguars are probably dead, right?
Yeah.
From here on out.
They will sell, or they will be sent over to London. One of the two.
You want to know what else might be dead?
What's that?
The PGA.
PGA is dead. PGA is dead.
What is that about?
Dude, oh, man. It's going to be a mess in the golf world. Going to be a mess.
So, I mean, they suspended, or did they fine or suspend 17?
They suspended him.
Suspended. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, they were still under that. That says to me they were still under some type of contract with them, and they moved on
Right.
to a different league or whatever. I don't know. I'm just reading what I see.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's all you can do. That's all you know is what you know.
But there's some big names.
Yeah, and dude,
Some big
DeChambeau just declared to go over there today.
I think he was.
Yeah. I think that was
talks,
the breaking news.
In
that
talks,
I
I thought he was one of the first ones. No.
Let's see.
Well, recently it was Mickelson. Meranto, is this your phone over?
I think it is.
Blowing
Blowing
up.
up.
Hey,
Blowing up, I'm popular dude.
There you are.
you're the man of the hour. Yep.
Yeah. Suspended 17, including Phil Mickelson.
Which is wild because wasn't he talking shit about that new league?
No, I thought he was like the face of it. I thought he was
I
like
don't
the
know.
first one to do it. I don't know nothing, but as far as I know,
But
that's
it's
what I thought.
crazy shit going on in the golf world.
Yeah, but dude, when they talked about it, that they don't have like guaranteed money, they have to pay for all their travel expenses. They have to pay to enter in all the tournaments. It's like, how do you not think people are going to go somewhere else, especially
Right.
over to the Middle East where money is unlimited? Money is paper to them. It doesn't matter. Like they're paying $230 million out to these golfers, and they don't even know if it's going to work. But you know what? Fuck it. They'll give them the $230
What do they got to
million.
lose, you know?
They got nothing.
They
Listen,
only got
a couple
the game.
more oil wells, they're good. Couple more oil wells, they're good. It's wild.
Well, like, because it's just a crazy scenario.
But the Middle East is taking over all sports, man. They really are. And
Well,
it's not a bad thing because they're paying these people.
You seen Vince McMahon go over there with his shows a couple times.
Yeah.
He's locked in for another couple years there. And then you
Yep.
seen UFC go over there.
UFC loves
This is
going
the
over
next
there.
big thing coming.
Dude, they loved it, especially when Khabib was still fighting because they would literally some of those times they didn't even put it on pay-per-view because that's how much money they were getting.
Right.
That they didn't even have to charge pay-per-view fees.
Yeah,
They
it
would just
didn't
put it
matter,
on ESPN. It's wild. Wild.
Well, you're the big UFC guy. There's a card tomorrow.
Oh, we're putting some money down. We're putting some money down.
Which is, I mean, if we're putting money down, let's just hop right to it. Let's go to spread the bread here.
All right.
Which Flinch killed the last episode. I don't know if I put it out on my Twitter or anything. The 2 picks I had, they folded.
Yeah.
You know why, right?
What?
Because after I mentioned them, he said they're absolute locks. And you don't say the L word on the
Nope.
show.
Nope.
You don't do that.
Nope.
So what do you got for tomorrow then? Let's see it.
Listen, so we're going 3 underdogs tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be all underdogs. I promise you. So we'll go from the top. The main event is Yuri Prohaska versus Glover Teixeira. Glover Teixeira is 42 years old. Old head. Sorry, Meranto.
Come on.
Sorry about it.
Sorry, man.
Damn. My bad. Oh, that's all right.
You caught him off guard.
Nothing.
Oh, you didn't hear nothing.
Nothing. Congrats on retiring again. But Glover Teixeira's been there, man. He's he's the dog. He's been in there with the toughest guys for his entire career. John Jones was the only one to. I mean, he's lost a couple fights, but John Jones was only really one to beat him. So Yuri Prohaska is this young. He's only had 2 fights in the UFC, and when you come in like that, it usually doesn't work out for him. Like when Mike Chandler came in and he got the fight with Charles Oliveira, like he stunned Charles Oliveira, but Charles Oliveira choked him out or knocked him out the next round. So when you don't have that experience in those rounds with these guys that have had it, it's harder for them to come out on top. UFC is a whole different ball game. This dude could have fought everywhere around the world, but when you get to the UFC, you're with the top.
Sure.
And even though Glover Teixeira is 42 years old, he's still at the top. So I'm going to give Glover Teixeira the win. So he's the underdog. He's like, what, plus 160? I'm trying to pull
you tell me, my friend.
But I don't know what's going on with my phone either.
What's going on here?
I got to get some Wi-Fi. Oh.
Hello, it's right in front of you.
Yeah, that's what I should have did. All right, so I got...
Learn something new every time we come here.
We got Glover Teixeira. He's plus 164 underdog. So we're gonna lock that. Oh shit! We're gonna put that one on
you might as well just stop
Fuck
right
it.
there.
No, I'm not.
right.
Dude, I'm gonna run the risk.
All right,
You know what?
Okay. Gambling guys
risk
ain't
it
gonna
to
like
get
that.
the biscuit. Hey, listen, they cannot like it, but I won $500 the other day, so don't
shit.
tell the IRS.
Good job. Well, you just did right there. So.
I'm just ratting myself in this entire time.
Just keep going here. Just keep digging your grave here.
So we're going. This is the biggest upset we're going with. We're going with Valentina Shevchenko. She's won like 12 in a row. She's best woman fighter in the world. She's fighting Talia Santos. I'm taking Santos at plus 1,700 by KO.
All right.
And then I'm gonna
Risking it all there.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna parlay that with Joanna Jacek to get the win over Wei Li Jing for $10 bet for $1,101.
Did they fight before? That sounds fun.
That was the fight of the year. Joanna won the first 2 rounds.
I remember seeing
And then
that.
she lost the last 3. But this fight is only a 3-round fight, and Joanna goes hard for the first couple rounds. So if she cannot get knocked out, I think she takes the win. And she's the underdog. So you get her, you match it up with, even if you want to take Santos on a pure win, I think she's going to be the one. Everybody thinks she's going to be one. She's big Brazilian girl. She's a beast. And then you got Glover Teixeira, old man. Father time has not run out yet. We're going to lock that in for a parlay.
Say it again.
I'd do it again. I'll say it again.
So I was gonna tail that, but you dropped the L word multiple times. I hope you win.
Thanks, bro.
I hope you win
Thanks,
it, man.
buddy.
But that's just how it goes.
Hey, what do you got? What is your
Yeah,
best
I got
for the
that's why I'm
weekend?
asking you.
I mean, listen, I bet on everything.
You're the expert,
No,
man.
I'm not. I'm the
When
the
it comes
UFC,
to UFC
side of things.
Yes.
I can give you, the hard part about me betting with the UFC, I bet more with my heart than I do my mind because I want to see people
do it.
win. I
Sure.
know. That's a problem. That's why, shout out Kaylee, my wife, when Dustin Poirier knocked out Conor McGregor, I said, let me put our wedding account money on that fight, and we would have tripled it.
Should have
She
done
said
it.
no. Yeah, we would have won like 30 grand. We would have won like 30 grand. She don't listen to me. But, yeah.
Keep digging that grave you got going there,
I know.
my friend. Jeez.
Jesus Christ. Well, it pissed me off, man. 30 grand, that would have been nice. But,
Hey, it would have done nothing but help,
yeah,
yo.
that's what I'm saying. Just trust me once. But if I'd have lost it, I should have beat my ass.
Well, you might have done
Listen,
more
we
than
wouldn't
that.
have had a wedding.
Well, there would just be me in the chair talking.
Yeah, there would be no more Dylan. But anyways, yeah, UFC, I'm all right. I'm starting to get better at the baseball bets.
Those are so tough, man.
Dude, you know what I've noticed is that I've been like just watching a lot of them go over on the over-under on the point spread. Like if it's -7 plus 7, like I'll go over 7, and usually they'll hit. It just got. I mean, it's like you said, it's tough. The one thing I've really done is like look at. Sound like a professional bettor, but the pitching matchups. The pitching matchups.
Yep.
I always look at which pitcher. So say you have a pitcher. He's Joe Schmo's got a 4.0 ERA. But I also look at how many home runs he's allowing. Is he letting like the big runs in?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you have a runner on first, somebody hits a blast off him because he allowed 20 home runs this season so
It
far.
adds up, yep.
Boom, there's 2 runs right there. So that's what I've really been looking for, and I got, I would say lucky because betting's all luck, but I got lucky the other day with that big win. So, and I did match that up with a UFC parlay, so we were on fire there.
Keep the ball rolling, my friend.
We're trying, dude. Listen, I would love to do it as a full-time goddamn job. I would not like to work at all. If I can win 2 parlays a week for like $1,000, I'm good. I don't got to do nothing.
Well, so yes, I didn't look ahead for this weekend, but for the night, just for the finals, yeah. What the fuck, man?
Dude, I'm taking Boston. To sweep the rest of it. Yeah,
So what I figured out, I'm not gonna pick size no more.
right.
I'm just gonna keep going with the player props or the score total. You know what I mean?
I can't help but laugh after you sent me that plus 1 million odd bet for what was it, $5
I don't
for
even
$500,000.
Oh yeah, I would
I
have
was
been.
like, hey, I hope you win. That's life
Quit my
changing.
job. Wouldn't
You
have
could have
told
quit
nobody.
everything.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
But obviously, there was an early game which was a part of the parlay. I think I had it was like the Pirates covering a run and the run total over like 8.5 because, like you mentioned, with the pitching matchups, the ERA, that's what they look at. Both of them they were high up there. So
Yeah.
So then the Pirates they lose by 2 runs, so they didn't cover the 1 run, and the final score was like 3-1. So.
Damn.
What are you gonna do? And that crushed my dreams earlier, right there.
You know what, man? I'll also make this. What I've done recently, and it's worked and not worked. You can take it if you want, but when they have like say the Pirates versus the Indians, right? Or the sorry, Cleveland.
Meranto already screwed me up by putting me in that video, that tribute video with the type of students video.
Sorry about it.
Why you guys coming after me?
Whoa, my bad.
Trying to cancel the show?
No,
What's
not
going
yet,
on
not
here?
yet, not yet. But anyways, the Guardians and Pirates.
Thank you.
If the Pirates are plus 1.5, I'll go in there and change the line, and I'll make it plus 3.5. It's only like minus like 350 odds, but when you parlay it, everything just adds up. So like you got the Indians, that game that they lost 3-1, you would have won. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's hey, listen, you'll have to put more on the line to win more, but I think it's hard to think that someone's gonna cover a 1.5 spread, especially in baseball. Like, you usually don't work that way unless it's like a walk-off. You know what I mean?
But the thing was, too, I mean, you get teams on these streaks and everything, so you want to ride them. And then, like, we're all big on, like, win streaks or losing streaks and everything. Like, you seen with the Tampa Bay Lightning just last week, the stat was, I mentioned on the last episode, they were like 19-0 after a loss the whole season.
That's insane. And then we bet
so
on
everyone was heavy on the Lightning, and they got blown out.
Same thing with the Angels right now. They're -4. They've lost 14 in a row, and everybody's
Is
betting
it 14
against
now?
them. Yeah.
Well, they fired Coach Madden over there.
They need to do something, man. I don't know. Mike Trout needs to get out of there.
I said this Monday too. How are you gonna have like a superstar like Trout, who they say is like up there with like Derek Jeter and everything, representing being the face of the league or whatever, and then you got Ohtani too, an international superstar,
and you
can't figure it out.
You stink for years. But like they spend money too. That's the wild part. I just don't know why they got to get Trout's got to go. He's got to go. For his own personal career, he's got to go. Yeah. I don't know where he can go to.
He'll end up in New York or something.
Hey, I mean, even if he wants to stay in California, just go to the Dodgers. Go to the Dodgers. They're already champions. They'll win another 5.
They'll give you the money.
Yeah, they will give you the money, even if they ain't got it, because the salary. Well, baseball salary cap ain't real. They already said that.
Oh no, yeah, we know that.
But
we know that for a fact.
If we're talking what I think for tonight's game, I think Boston.
That was baseball talk, by the way.
Hey, baseball talk. We got out of the way. Got a little bit of baseball.
All right. Yeah, so you really think Boston's going to pull it out again?
I think Boston's sweeping.
That crowd is going to be unreal. Yeah. So, I mean,
I think Boston's
backtrack a little bit. I didn't even give my pick for tonight. You could either go two ways. I like the over 214.
That's a good one.
Like the over 214, and I think Klay Thompson was trolling a little bit.
Yeah, he was. He always is.
Point total's at 19.5. You could put that over. So in the press conference he had the other night, he was saying that the crowd was a little too hostile. They were over the top. They were yelling "fuck you" to the players and everything. It's like,
have they never?
What do you expect,
bro? Have they never watched a UFC fight? Literally, every UFC fight, the heel, they scream "fuck you."
Yeah,
the entire time.
But it's not even that. You could pull up a clip from, I think it was either 2016 or 2015 finals. There was a clip of a fan yelling at LeBron, whatever, just heckling him. LeBron, everyone is on his case.
Of course. So
you can imagine what that fan said. But then that same presser that night, Klay Thompson was like, "Well, if you can't deal with the heat, man, it's just how it is."
So the Warriors
play through that, and now it's coming back to bite them in the ass. Look
Warriors are getting soft. They're getting soft.
Yeah.
I think Draymond, the reaction Draymond gets is what he wants and what he deserves. Look at what he does. I mean, he is Golden State through and through. Without them, without him, I don't think they would be where they're at, and I don't think they would have won all those finals without him, just because who he is and what he means to the team. But it's deserved. You know what I mean? Like you're fighting with all the other team's players. You're getting technical fouls. Like, of course, a sports city like Boston's gonna treat you like that. You know, they're a bunch of scumbags out there.
Oh yeah, we know that.
We've known that for years with Tom Brady, and when they come here, 7 rings, huh? But anyways, fuck them. And but it's well deserved, you know. And I'm sure Boston's gonna get the treatment when they go out to well, I don't even know where they're at anymore. San Francisco, right?
I think it's Oakland.
No, they left Oakland.
They did leave.
Yeah, because they built them a whole new arena.
But it's like, why put yourself in this position, right?
Right.
Like, you're going back there the next game.
Yeah.
You expect them to be like, oh yeah, hey guys, the Clay and Draymond, they're right. We should tone it down a little
Right.
bit for next time, so they're able to settle in and play the game.
Dude, you know what I'd love to see is them just be silent for like the first start of the game.
That would be awesome.
And as soon as Draymond touches the ball, just fuck you, Draymond.
Just let it rip.
Just let it rip. Just like the entire crowd just complete. You could hear a pin drop, right?
Yeah.
You just hear babies crying in the crowd. And then as soon as Draymond, like not even if like Curry or if Clay touches it too, fuck you, Clay. But anybody else on the team, as soon as one of those two touch the ball, just fuck you, Draymond. Fuck you, Clay. That would be amazing, amazing. But it's going to be the same thing in Golden State when Boston comes there.
Yeah, let's not get it twisted. They get rowdy over there too.
Yeah, they're a bunch of California scumbags. You know what I mean? They are. They're a bunch of suits.
Yeah,
That's all that is at that game. It's suits.
Yeah, you've been there.
I have been there. I went there the first year they
That
won
was
their
when they
first
were rolling,
champion.
yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even know they were that good, to be honest with you. But when I watched them, I was like, wow, these dudes could shoot. But you know, if I would have said I like the Golden State Warriors, it would have been a bandwagon. But you know, we won't talk about that. But yeah, it was a good game, good place. You know, Oakland's a little funky, but hey, nothing you can do about it. Oh, it stinks. It stinks. It's like you know what? Where their arenas are, because it's right next to the Oakland A's arena or field. There's nothing around there. Like it's like the Bill Stadium.
Yeah, it's
like,
almost like this
there.
out here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just parking lots and then that's it. And then it's like just like crappy neighborhoods. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you see, even with we've been to Cleveland, Philadelphia, even Indianapolis, somewhat. They got all their sports professional teams are in the same proximity.
Yeah. No, you know what? I love the way Cleveland's got it set up. I think that's the best. Because even the football field is not too far from the basketball and the baseball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the basketball and baseball, you can literally stand and touch each other. And there's a bunch of restaurants. It's like the perfect thing for downtown. You know what I mean?
And especially when all the teams are playing.
Yeah,
good too,
it's like you could be like, you want to go to a Cavs game? Nah. You want to go to a Guardians game? Nah. All right, I'll go to the Browns game. You know what I mean? And there's 100 restaurants that you can go to. So it's I like the way it's set up, and I wish the Bills would have did that with downtown. But a lot of people say, no, they shouldn't have brought it downtown. It's going to cause too much congestion. It's like, don't you want your city to be good? You know, don't you want it to prosper? Like, you know how many businesses they could have brought in by bringing it downtown? You know what I mean? Like, they talk about it on the Pat Show all the time with the Patriots place. Never been there, but they said there's everything around there. Hotels, casinos. It's like, why would you not want that? Because that business could stay all year long. And if we had it downtown, it'd most likely be in a dome and we can get a Super Bowl. I don't understand why people don't want a goddamn Super Bowl here.
Well, they still might bring one into town, though.
You think they're going to bring it here?
Not the actual game. I'm talking like
is
the
that
trophy.
a secret?
Yeah, I got nothing
Is
for
that a
it.
secret for her?
I got
A little
nothing.
rumor from the boss, Nadia?
Nothing going there.
All right, all right.
Nothing going on.
Hey, they might bring the title here. That'd be true. That parade's going to burn the city down. That
Yeah, I
parade
think
is going to burn the city
I think
down.
it'll be over for everybody.
Oh my God.
Go out with a bang there.
I don't think anybody will go to work that day. I think they will shut down every business. They will have to. They will have to. Every business will be closed besides the bars.
Yep.
And every bartender will be hammered because why not? I think beer, they should just hand out free beer. That's what they should do the entire time. That place is going to burn down. Buffalo's going to burn down. That's going to be amazing.
Maybe. If it happens. We'll
If
see.
it happens, God, I hope it happens. If it doesn't happen in the next, 5 years, it probably will never happen. We will probably be the Chicago Cubs.
Chicago, don't win it for the next 100 years.
Yeah. We're already at, 60 years?
That's 60-something.
Yeah, so we got another 40 to catch up. And it's just like, if it's not with Josh Allen, I can't predict the future that we're going to get another guy,
Yeah, well, we'll see what they do. What do we talk today? We talked baseball.
Basketball.
Cover that. NBA, Warriors getting soft.
Yes, sir. Boston.
We'll see tonight, though.
Boston in 5.
Basically cover almost every ground here.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Hey.
Cover every professional sport.
Sports stooges, huh?
Sports stooges talking into microphones, talking about sports. That's what we do.
Exactly. I'm glad that you brought me on here, man. It was a good time.
Yeah.
The studio is amazing. I'll tell you what.
That's
Gotta
something
give a
going
tour. Gotta give a tour. That should be a vlog that you should do. Should take a tour of the studio and show it off. Get some Meranto, some more
The
business.
boss is right there.
Hey, he said he gave us thumbs up.
Thumbs
He said,
up.
bring him on in.
All right.
Bring him on in. Yeah, congrats again, Meranto. It's it's awesome. It changed
Congratulations.
a lot of people's lives. Changed a lot of people's life. You got him involved in this. He can thank you right there. So
Every time I see him, I thank him for this.
yeah, he was all over media class in high school. I remember that. He made videos every day. He still got them on your YouTube, huh?
Yeah, well, what's today? It's the 10th. Yesterday was actually the, I think, 7th anniversary for the Word on the Street, Cavs or Warriors.
Yeah, that was your first one, huh?
First what?
The first Word on the Street, wasn't it?
That was my second one. I did I think my junior year, I did the Martin Luther King, What's Your Dream, whatever.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
fly around.
But I remember that one because that was the first year they went to the finals, right?
Yeah, that was the first
Yep,
one that we
yep.
went. Yep. Watch that every now and then. It gets me every time.
Yeah. That whole.
Hey, maybe we'll do. It's too late now. Let's see. Maybe next year we'll do another one.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you should start doing those, and then definitely, I mean, we'll probably never see a NBA Finals in Cleveland again, but it was hell worth the trips every time. Great trips.
Never say never. So I mean, with that being said, we'll see what happens tonight. See what happens over the weekend. We'll keep track of your UFC.
Lock it in. I'm saying it again.
That's the show.
Lock it in.
That's the show.
Goodbye. Thanks for having me.